Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon111, here for another game of Minecraft Bingo. But I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I am going to do something that I haven't seen anyone else manage to do yet. I've seen at least one person attempt it. And honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it either. But the idea is, I'm going to go to see if I can get all 25 items on the bingo card, which is going to be non-trivial, I expect. And while I'm doing that, in order to have something interesting to talk about, because I'm sure it's going to take a while and possibly multiple episodes, honestly, I really don't have any expectation as to whether or not I'm going to be able to complete it, or if I do complete it, how long it's going to take. So we're just going to have to kind of watch and see and find out. But in order to have something interesting to talk about, I'm going to discuss the Minecraft Bingo origin story. That is, how did we get here? How did I end up creating the map? I've talked about a few kind of little bits and pieces of this story in a couple other places before, but I decided it would be fun to try to tell them all together. And what better place to do it than while I'm doing a long Minecraft Bingo challenge here on my own. So, where did Minecraft Bingo come from? I guess a good place to start, not a bad place to start in terms of the Minecraft Bingo story, would be to start with Antvenom, who is somewhat responsible for giving me the idea in the first place. But I guess actually if we're going all the way back and we want to trace things back even further, I should talk about Mark IRL, who is a guy who lives here in Seattle but works for Mojang. But actually, I could even trace it a little bit further back than that and talk about Aurelian, who was gathering people together who were going to be at PAX Prime. But I guess the person who actually even got me invited into that group of folks was Good. And so maybe that's as far back as I'll try to trace things back. Everything always goes back to Good, right? Ultra Hardcore and everything else. So here's what happened. So there is a conference, PAX Prime, that happens out here in the Seattle area each year. Penny Arcade Expo, all kinds of gaming and other stuff at a big convention. Brian, I had never been to any type of conventions like that before. And Penny Arcade Expo was going to be my first time going to such a gaming convention or whatever. And so I was definitely looking forward to it, because I knew some other folks who were going. Some folks like Kurt J. Mack. Perhaps we should trace things all the way back to him, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know any of these folks and have gotten anywhere in the first place. Yeah, pretty much all of Brian's success with Minecraft and YouTube can be traced back there, because Kurt and I started doing YouTube Minecraft right around the same time, and somehow just kind of found each other's videos and started commenting on each other's videos and kind of became friends from way back when, more than 3 years ago now. But in any case, so Penny Arcade was coming up. I was going to be going to the conference. I'm going to stand around here for a minute and see if I happen to get any apples. Yeah, I guess we're in this for the long haul, since I'm trying to get all 25 items. Like, I expect to actually get some armor and different things. Gonna go ahead and collect some cobblestone just because it's useful to have blocks in the bar. Always gotta have blocks in the bar, but I better go find some food. I only see sheep right around here. Actually, while I'm just standing around, just in case we do happen to get lucky and get some apples right there. Hey, great! A flint! Our first item. Let's go ahead and drop the map on the ground, cause it to update. 1 out of 25 down. So, I have plans to go to Penny Arcade Expo. I'm going to be meeting Kurt for the first time, which is super exciting. And I know some other YouTubers who are going. And Aurelian, Ori, was actually organizing some events for the various YouTubers who were going. Was trying to get together a group of YouTubers for a big dinner that she was planning, because she's good at organizing such things. And Good, who knew of me through Kurt and some other things, Good went ahead and invited me. They had just like set up a Skype chat of all the people. All right, I guess I'm going to leave those apple trees behind and we'll find some apples later on. I was heading down here just because I happened to see some clay in the water, so I might as well pick it up. I guess there's sand down here too. I hear a zombie too. So we can get our clay for making a brick, and our sand for making some glass bottles. So Aurelian was putting together a dinner for all the YouTube people who were going to be getting together at PAX, and also, you know, just an opportunity to kind of like socialize and get to know one another. And so there was a Skype chat, and Good invited me to that Skype chat, and so it was my first time getting a chance to kind of meet and interact with some other folks who were there. And one of the folks who was in that Skype chat was, of course, Mark IRL, who I guess has been involved with PAX for a long time. I think possibly even before he was working with Mojang, and who lives here in the Seattle area like I do. And so he basically one day was asking, you know, the day before Penny Arcade Expo, before PAX Prime was starting, he just sent a message in the Skype chat to see if anyone wanted to get to dinner, if anyone was already in town the day before. And a few of us were. I, of course, was. And Antvenom had made the day of travel, had come a day early to get to Penny Arcade. And so, all right, I've got a few chickens, but I'm going to need to find some more food animals. And this is in Extreme Hills. I could try to find an emerald here. I think it's probably, in terms of overall strategy, important for me to cover as much overworld territory as possible. If you look at the map, the only item I've never seen people get is the cookie, because you need cocoa beans, which I thought spawned in dungeons. It turns out, I was looking at the wiki, it doesn't look like they do anymore. I think it was in Minecraft Beta 1.4, if I'm remembering correctly, is when they added cocoa beans spawning inside dungeons, because it was the only way you could obtain cocoa beans or make cookies. They might have added the recipe for cookies then, too. I don't remember. But you couldn't obtain them in survival before that, and this was, you know, way before jungles were added. And I can even remember, for those few of you who might have been subscribed to the channel for the past 3 years and remember Exploration and Tactics and the world with the sky rail, I was about halfway across like the east-west length of the sky rail, kind of like about halfway through building the sky rail. Ooh, a village, great! When I first encountered a dungeon that had cocoa beans in it, was able to make my first cookies in Exploration and Tactics in my survival world. And I can still remember that. So that's why I'm thinking, based on that timeline, that it might have been Minecraft Beta 1.4. In any case, I'm getting so off topic. Cookies are going to be hard to get unless we find a jungle. It used to be that you could get them other ways. Now I think you can only get them in a jungle. And so unless I find a jungle, I'm not going to find cookies. I have, however, found a carrot. Hooray. So that's another item. And I want to go ahead and harvest all the wheat that's here. I might use some of it for food, and I'll need some of it for crafting, and we might happen to be able to trade with a villager in order to get something going on here too. So I guess while these villagers are alive... Actually, I believe I see a library. Is this the library? No. Let's go ahead and talk to these guys. I usually am not all that fond of villager trading as an in-game mechanic, because it just seems kind of boring to me, but if there's a quick opportunity to trade some wheat for some for an emerald, then that would be great. Here's the library. Okay, great. And now here's a book, so I don't have to worry about collecting those materials. So let's go ahead and update the map again, because I've actually just gotten a few materials right here. That is terrific. My food is definitely going down, and we need to reload chunks, because Minecraft doesn't like to reload the world. Do I see... Are you a guy? Zombie flesh? I'm not even checking like the second trades of these guys. I think they typically like have a buy trade and a sell trade now. I really haven't experimented much with villagers. Okay, I see some iron right down there. This would actually be a pretty safe place to kind of hang around by virtue of the fact that the zombies who start spawning will probably go after the villagers here at night rather than go after me, which could be a good thing. Because I don't think I'm going to hang out here to hang with the villagers. So maybe I will jump down in here in order to try to get some iron. Oh, can I jump down into this water stream? Let's go for it. Whee! Yikes! Woo! Alright. We're going to get some iron. You know, I was telling a story about Minecraft Bingo Origins, and then it's very easy to get distracted by the game. Okay, so I'm in the Skype chat. Mark IRL proposes a dinner the night before. Antvenom is one of the people who's already in town the day before PAX. And so we end up getting together for dinner. And it's me and like Mark and a friend and Antvenom and a friend sitting around at dinner. And like, you know, like I'm a little YouTuber who's doing this as a hobby or whatever. And then these guys, you know, one of them works for Mojang and one of them has like 1 million subscribers and like is doing YouTube full time or whatever. And so I'm just kind of like happy to be in their company. Although Antvenom, I actually at this point already knew, had interacted with before, again, thanks to Kurt J. Mac, because in Flobathon, I think the original Flobathon, Antvenom was one of Kurt's guests, and I was one of Kurt's guests, and we both ended up hanging out with Kurt through much of the call because it lasted a long time. And yeah, by the end, we were all getting tired and singing songs and having a lot of fun. But yeah, Antvenom, you know, knew me as a result of that, and he remembered me, which I was happy about. And let's see, I guess since we're down here, do I have enough food to survive? I think I do. Let's go quickly check how many chickens I have. Yeah, I've got 10 chickens, not a problem. I'm gonna grab this iron right here and then dig myself down into a safer spot because I didn't really see a cave entrance coming out of any of this ravine. Actually, is this a cave entrance? I think it is. Things are about to get ugly. Does it go down over here? It does go down over here. Okay, this will go down deeper. Great. All right, let's just try to get ourselves to kind of a reasonably safe spot if we can. Got 6 more torches. Let's just light up a little bit of the caves here, and then we'll get settled in. All right, I'm about to starve to death, so this would probably be a good place to settle in. All right, first things first. Get a little chicken cooking. Get the crafting table out because we're going to need... I could definitely go for 2 more furnaces at this point. So I'm at dinner with these folks, and they're talking about all kinds of crazy stuff in terms of like the big picture of Minecraft and where it's headed and servers and minigames and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm enjoying just being able to listen in. But yeah, we're talking about minigames and different types of things. And I don't remember like who brought it up, but either Ant or I like talked about MinecraftBINGO, because Ant had played MinecraftBINGO before. You know, it was an in-game map kind of thing that I made. People had made just websites where you could... All right, let me think for just a moment here about all the things I need to do. First thing is I'm going to need to make an iron pick, so I'll be able to mine some other resources and survive when my pick runs out. And then I think it also would be wise to get armor. There'll be plenty of iron later for other things, but I think I'll focus on the armor at the beginning. And yeah, let me even get myself another furnace going here for some of the other things I would like to cook as well. So we started talking about bingo. So people had made like websites before that would just be a website that would randomly generate a Minecraft bingo card where like each square on the bingo card would be like, get a stack of 64 cobble, or, you know, gather 32 wheat, or, you know, different kind of objectives. And it was the same kind of thing. You would just kind of like generate the card in a web browser and then, you know, keep the web browser off to the side of wherever you were trying to actually, you know, play Minecraft, and just kind of tick things off as you got them kind of on your own, which is pretty cool. And so the idea was kind of out there for a long time, and Antvenom was one of the people who had played around with that idea before. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and turn these into bread and go ahead and eat this bread, and I'll still have the remainder for cookies later if I should get lucky enough to find those ingredients. Let's go ahead and craft up some armor. So we're talking about bingo, and I had experimented like tiny bits with creative mode and command blocks around this time, I think. Or maybe I just like talked to, I don't remember exactly the timeline now, between this conversation the night before PAX and kind of like when I actually started working on a map kind of happened. But in any case, at some point after PAX, which I had a great time at, it was super fun. Sometime after PAX, let's go ahead and make a bucket as well, and then we'll get more iron for a cauldron and some other necessities of life a little bit later. And let's also go ahead and craft a few. Torches, torches, torches. Brian needs some torches. Hooray! All right, and we've got glass, and while we have the crafting table out, we'll go ahead and craft our glass bottles, which will be another item on the bingo card. And then let's quickly go ahead and drop off the bingo card. I guess I don't really need to look at the card. I can just look at my score. I've got 5. I'm trying to get all 25. So in any case, after talking to Antvenom, I don't remember if I'd already looked at command blocks at the time and already was starting to think about, I wonder if you could make it with maps in game. Because I guess if we go back to more of Minecraft Bingo origins, once upon a time, and I think it was way back in I don't know, Minecraft. It would have to be, I'm pretty sure he was using pistons, and so it would have to be after beta 1.7. But Seth Bling made a video with Minecraft maps where he was drawing pixel art on the Minecraft maps, and he used pistons to change the picture, and so it could cycle through 4 different pictures, and so we had pixel art of Notch and pixel art of some other things. And I remember seeing that video by Seth Bling, and I was like, oh man, Minecraft maps are amazing. You can draw little pictures, and using pistons, update the map and animate things. And so whenever I see good ideas, I always write them down or try to tuck them in the back of my head. Hey, here's gold. Great, we'll cook that up later. And let's see, I got full. I didn't make myself an iron sword, and so that would be good to do at some point. I need a whole lot more coal. Let's make sure that you guys can see. And so this was just it was one of those great ideas, Minecraft maps and being able to update maps kind of in-game and draw things. Then I was like, this is an idea that has lots of potential. And so I jotted it down for later use when I saw Seth Bling's video. And yeah, and then we were talking about bingo, and I don't remember exactly how the ideas kind of came together in my head. All right, I need to find a water source to fill up my water bucket. Because that will definitely help me in terms of my exploring. So long as I'm down here, I should at least try to get a diamond and redstone and lapis. And then we can head back upstairs and do kind of lots of upstairs exploring, is my guess in terms of kind of the right order of things to do and whatnot. I'm going to leave a few pieces of coal available, but let's make plenty of torches now. And I guess since I don't have the bucket filled with anything else yet, I might as well go ahead and fill it with some lava, because that might come in useful. So yeah, I had this idea of Minecraft maps, and had the idea about playing bingo, and somehow the two ideas merged in my brain and made an idea baby. And I was like, what if your bingo card was on the Minecraft map, and then I had pistons or whatnot to update and keep score, and the command blocks could detect when you had stuff in your inventory and clear them out. And yeah, at some point, I don't remember exactly when, I decided to run with the idea, and I created Minecraft Bingo Beta, I guess is what I called it. What I called this version that I'm playing now is Minecraft Bingo 2.0. I think it actually says, yeah, version 2.0 on the bottom of the bingo card there, at the bottom of the screen. All right, got our lapis, that's good. I'd forgotten that I didn't call the original version 1.0, I just called it Beta, because it was not very good. It was just good enough to be playable. And so for the few of you who saw that, I told Antvenom about it afterwards, and said, after we talked at PAX, you gave me this idea, and I ran with it. And he actually played the map on his channel in Minecraft Bingo Beta, in the original Minecraft Bingo that I made. Does this go anywhere? Oh, here's some redstone. Hey, this could still go good places. If we find some diamond, we'll be in good shape. I saw some iron over here, and I expect I'm going to want it. It's even possible. It's probably a waste of time, and I should still, not spend time on such frivolity. But I feel okay, and there's some water over here, which is what I really want. So let's go ahead and empty out my lava bucket. And we'll go fill up a water bucket somewhere. Where is this water source? There it is. Hey, water, 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 water. And let's see. I don't know why I'm putting this lava out. There isn't anything across here that I really need. I guess I can grab the coal. So I made Minecraft Bingo Beta, the first version of Bingo. And command blocks at the time... Oops. My shift key has gotten stuck. There we go. That's not good. Keyboard failure. I guess it's better for my shift key to get stuck than for it to do the opposite. I'm trying to press shift and it doesn't work. Okay, I don't see any diamonds down here, so we're going to keep on caving around. We're up to 7 items. And actually, I do need to look at the map, because is there anything else downstairs at this point that I need? Let's quickly inspect. A diamond. I have gold in my inventory. I just need to cook it up. Emeralds can possibly be found downstairs. And then dungeons. Most of the rest of the stuff will be kind of above ground searching that I can find. And so let's try to go back through like one more. Is this going to circle back around to the same spot? I'm already getting turned around and lost in here. I think actually my brain is going to have a hard time, storytelling and navigating through this cave. And I expect this is going to take a long time, so I'm going to do a little fast forwarding here as I try to look around and search for the diamond perhaps. And I'll be back with you guys in a moment.